Welcome to Folktales by Firelight, where the flames flicker, the past whispers, and stories travel through time. Gather close, my friends, and listen, for tonight I tell you the tale of Okonkwo, the strongest yam farmer in all Umofia. A man so fierce, even the gods watched him in silence. But strength, like the tall Iroko tree, must learn to bend in the storm or fall. Act 1. The Rise. Okonkwo was not born to greatness. No. His father, Unoka, played the flute and chased deaths like butterflies. The village laughed at him, and shame clung to Okonkwo like a shadow. So the boy grew into a man with fists like thunder. He beat the undefeated Amalinze the cat in wrestling. He cracked his hole in the earth until yams bowed before him. He rose before the sun, yams in hand, sweat on his brow. He chased honor as a hunter stalks an antelope. Fast, fierce, unrelenting. By his 30s, Okonkwo had 3 wives, a great obi, and titles of honor. His fame flew like palm wine at a festival. But what Okonkwo feared most was weakness, the kind his father carried, the kind that made men soft. He ruled his home with a heavy hand. He silenced emotion with the edge of his machete. Even his son, Nwoye, could feel it, the weight of a father's disappointment. The boy would sit near the hearth, hoping for a story, a smile, a hand on the shoulder. But Okonkwo offered only silence, or worse, a glare like a blade. Act 2. The Sacred Mistake. Then came the boy, Ikemefuna, a peace offering from another village, raised in Okonkwo's household. The boy laughed, called Okonkwo father, and taught Nwoye to be bold. But peace in the land is like the calm before a lion's pounce. The oracle spoke. The boy must die. And though Okonkwo was warned not to bear the blade, he struck the killing blow himself to show he was no weakling. In that moment, the sky held its breath. Even the trees stood still. Ikemefuna's cry, "My father," echoed long after his blood touched the soil. That night, the earth wept, and Nwoye's heart, once warm, turned cold like ash in an empty hearth. He no longer asked questions. He no longer laughed. Something had shifted in the house, a shadow that no sun could burn away. Act 3. The Exile. Soon after, Okonkwo's gun misfired at a funeral, and a clansman died. A crime against the earth itself. Banished for 7 years, he returned to his motherland, a man undone. His chi, his personal god, seemed to turn its face away. In the land of his mother, he was a warrior with no war, a leader with no following. He watched the seasons pass like strangers, each one duller than the last. In Mbanta, he plotted his comeback. He would return to Umofia stronger, richer, with suns ready to rise like the morning sun. But while he was away, change came like a river in flood. The drums sounded different, the air carried new songs, and whispers spread. The white men were building something. Not just churches, but a new way of life. Act 4. The Coming of the White Man. Missionaries came. Pale men with books and crosses. They sang of one God. They called the gods of Umofia false. And to Okonkwo's horror, his son Nwoye, yes, his own son, joined them. He wore clean robes, spoke with calm certainty. He spoke of peace, of love, of forgiveness, and Okonkwo saw only betrayal. The white men built churches, then courts, then prisons. They spoke of civilization and took land like a thief in the night. Okonkwo roared against it. Umofia, rise, he cried. But his people, once warriors, now whispered, hesitated. Fear had seeped into the bones of the clan. The elders held councils, but their words were soft, unsure. The oracle's voice, once mighty, was drowned beneath the hum of foreign laws. Climax. The final act. In one final defiance, Okonkwo raised his machete and struck down a colonial messenger. It was bold, it was fierce, it was the act of a warrior. But when his clansmen turned away from the fight, Okonkwo knew Umofie had fallen, and so, like the tragic heroes of old, he walked alone. They found him later, swinging from a tree, a warrior's death, but not one honored. Not even the priests would touch his body. He had defied the earth one last time. A man once so strong, silenced not by sword, but by time. And so the tale of Okonkwo ends, not with a battle, but a question. What is true strength? Is it the muscle, the title, the roar, or is it the quiet courage to bend, to listen, to grow? For a tree that refuses the wind will one day snap, but one that bows lives to rise again. The fire dims, but the story burns on. Until next time, listen to the winds, for the land still remembers. If you enjoyed this story and would like to hear more, then please subscribe, like, comment, and share the fire. New tales await right here at Folktales by Firelight.